This episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast is brought to you by Be Our Guest Destinations. They're a Universal Parks and Resorts vacation specialist and an authorized Disney vacation planner. They also book all cruise lines. If you're staying at a Disney property, Be Our Guest Destinations can even arrange Universal Studios tickets that include shuttle service. How awesome is that? Let them do all the planning free of charge to you while you enjoy the journey. Contact them today at 1-800-796-6240 or via email at heather@destinationsinflorida.com or on Twitter at BeOurGuestDest, D-E-S-T. Hey Lee, kick that theme music.
Greetings, Universal Orlando fans. It's time for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 47 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Unfortunately guys, it's just me here this week. It's been a very busy, as you know, it's been a very busy year for the podcast. What with our amalgamation, our little partnership there with Mice Chat, and just a busy year for Universal in general. We decided this week we would still bring you a decent show, but we haven't all got together to record, so you've just got me to put up with at the beginning for a little bit, just to give you a little bit of housekeeping and stuff that we've got coming up. What have we got to announce at the beginning of the show? Well, as you heard on the last one, we have, and I've just mentioned again there, we have partnered with MiceChat.com. Hopefully expand their wealth of knowledge away from Disney a little bit and get into the more universal side of it. They're looking to expand a little bit and make people realise that there is more to theme parks other than Walt Disney World and Disneyland itself, and that Universal is really up and coming and on top of its game at the moment. So we're hoping to build a real community over there by expanding their forums and having a standalone Universal Orlando forum where we can engage in our listeners in discussions and debates and all that sort of thing. So really appreciate you guys coming over there. Now, what does that mean for the show? Really, not that much. A bit more exposure. I just like to say, looking at the downloads that we've got from Libsyn, welcome aboard everybody who's picked us up off Mice Chat over the last couple of weeks. We've been blown away by the response we've had. What is it? You know, other than that, not a lot really, but there is specifically something we need to let you guys know at the beginning of the show to make sure that our long-standing listeners still get the show once we eventually change things over. You know, Mice Chat have kindly offered to host the show for us, which means we're going to have a new RSS feed. Now, if you're on iTunes, that's not going to be affected. iTunes will remain the same. The only thing you might find is that you might go in one day and go, oh, where have all the shows gone? There's not as many there. Well, the problem is that we've gone over onto Libsyn, and because we're building up our storage, our online storage there, it means we can't pick up our entire archive and dump it into Libsyn at the moment. So we're going to, over the course of the next couple of months, I think it's April, our Podbean account's due to run out. We hopefully by that point won't renew, and we'll have as many as we can get up on the old feed, and then the Podbean account will be no more. So if you subscribe to your unofficial universalorlando.podbean.com/feed, you need to change that. Now there's two places you can go. You can either go and subscribe to our new feed that's hosted by Mice Chat, and that is http://uuopodcast.libsyn.com/RSS. So if you're like me, you have a podcast app on your phone, like Dogcatcher or Beyond Pod, which is what I use. Go in and put that new feed in there. You'll find if you go and do that now, I'm recording this quite a bit earlier, so there may only be one show in. Hopefully by this point I'll have got a few more in. Or you can go and subscribe to our FeedBurner feed. Makes no odds which one you get, really. I think we tend to push people more over to the Libsyn one, but you can go and subscribe to that one, and that one it's http://feeds.feedburner.com/UUOP. Now, as I say, if you're on iTunes, that won't change, because iTunes gets it from our FeedBurner account, and FeedBurner gets it from wherever we tell it to. So once we change over, that won't change. Anyway, I'm getting technical and I'm yabbering on. Actually, while we're in the middle of this, I was going to say, I hope everyone had a brilliant Christmas and a very happy New Year, and welcome to 2013. I probably should have said that at the beginning of the show, really, but there you go. I do waffle. For people who've listened to the show for a long time, they will know that, and for you listeners, welcome to me. But I haven't got Tracey and Darren to keep me in check tonight, so you're going to have to put up with it, I'm afraid. I do apologise. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. If you don't get it from iTunes and you're not streaming it from Stitcher or something like that, that you actually subscribe to the RSS feed, you need either http://uuopodcast.libsyn, that's libsyn.com/RSS, or http://feeds with an s.feedburner.com/UUOP. Either one of them's fine. Really, your best one's probably to go over to the Libsyn one. That's where everything's going to be. But either one's fine. It's entirely up to you. We'll keep you updated on the Facebook page and the Twitter account and on the show if anything changes. But as it stands, that's how it is. And we just like to say how proud and excited we are that this venture with Mice Chat, we've already seen some real good numbers coming from our first. The last Hour Christmas special was the first one hosted on Mice Chat, and it's far exceeded my expectations, and we're so pleased. And what we would like is that anybody who's new to the show, and even if you're not new to the show, we'd love you to get in touch with us. We really want more interaction from our listeners. We want to build a community. That's why we're going to hopefully change the forum so we have a Universal Orlando forum. That, like I said, we can go in and start debates and stuff and have a laugh and create that bond and that community and really build that. So if you want to get in touch with us, any questions or comments or anything, we've always said we're not the experts. As you can hear by my accent, I don't live anywhere near Orlando. Darren's obviously adding Eric to the podcast helped quite a lot. But we're not the experts. So if you guys have any news or anything you want to give us, you can email us, and the email address is podcast@uuopodcast.com. We really want to hear from you guys. I think that's pretty much it. I've got one more thing. Now this is going out on the 4th of January, and 2 days ago was a very sad day for the Universal Orlando Resort, and myself and Tracey. Darren, kind of, and Eric, I'm sure. It was a year ago to the day that the Jaws ride in Universal Studios closed down. And I really encourage everyone to go back and listen to I think it was episode 21 episode 21. Go back over to Podbean as it is now and find the archive and find episode 21, or if you're on iTunes. We did an entire show on Jaws. We had our good friend Jim Hill on the show to talk about the early days. Hunter, who was still part of the podcast at the time, did a brilliant fact hunter, like a behind the scenes look at the ride. We discussed our thoughts of it, and some of our listeners joined in. And then we had an interview with Josh Ash, an ex-team member who was a Jaws skipper for many, many years, on to talk about his experience of the ride and how it worked, and it was in my opinion, still one of our best interviews to date. So please go and head over and check that. Anyway, you can find it, to be honest. It's episode 21. That was Jaws tribute show. So anyway, that'll bring us to this show, finally. We're only, 8.5 minutes in, and he's still yabbering away. Anyway, this show, as I said, we haven't got together to record, but we thought it's been a very busy Christmas. Tracey's been, very, very busy putting together the Malaby Christmas this year, which was fantastic. Darren's been busy. He has a little bit of time off, but not as much as the rest of us, and we just wanted to take a little bit of time off from getting together and having to schedule that time and just wing it a little bit more. But we still, we've had some stuff here that we've been looking for a place to put it in, and this seems the perfect time. It's actually the perfect time. So we're going to start off. Our first section on the show this week is an interview that Tracey and I recorded with Chris Wakefield. Now, for anyone who doesn't know who Chris Wakefield is, he runs the Wakefield Report on his website, where he reviews podcasts and talks Disney and what have you. And he also has the Wakefield Report podcast, which is a theme park podcast about theme park podcasts, is the way he puts it. And he gets podcasters on to discuss not just the podcasts, but themselves. And we were on a few months back, Tracey and I, and we discussed our relationship, how we got together, the kids, our jobs, how we ended up going to Orlando for the first time, how we fell in love with Orlando, how our obsession with Universal Orlando came about, and then beyond that, how the show came about and how it evolved. And we thought, our regular listeners, I think you'll learn a bit more about us. I think there's a couple of things on there that we haven't mentioned on the show before about ourselves, and also our new listeners from Mice Chat. We thought it was a good introduction to us. So yeah, and if you're interested, if you like the sound of that as well, go and check out Chris's podcast. I said I'd give him a plug for using this as well. But okay, I'd just like to say the sound quality isn't the best because Chris is still new and getting up and running. His recording equipment's not brilliant what he's using for Skype, but it's alright. And then our second and final segment for this show is a listener Q&A. Now, for anybody who's been listening to the show for the last couple of months, they'll have heard we had Kimmy Goodwin on from the Mini Minxes a few shows back, and we actually did a listener Q&A, and it was, we have 25 questions, and we ask our guest to pick 9 random numbers, which equate to a specific question, and answer those questions. Mack Clark, who is on this one, was actually the guinea pig. We used to do trip reports, and they kind of got a bit boring, and we wanted to know how we could change them up a little bit to stop them being boring, and we came up with this idea of Q&As, and Mack was our guinea pig. Before it was still kind of a trip report, but wasn't quite what we did with Kimmy, and so Mack was the guinea pig. So we got that there, so we'll find out Mack's likes and dislikes about the parks, and that's pretty much it, really. Our next show after this one, I'm not going to waffle on at the end anymore. I think I've done enough of it here. We're 11, nearly 12 minutes in. I think I've done enough. Our next show will be out on the 18th of January, and we will welcome back on the show our very, very good friend, Mr. Jim Hill, who will be discussing with us what we can expect new in 2013 and beyond. So those who like their rumour mills, they're going to enjoy that show. And we know our listeners love having Jim on the show. So specifically, Mr. Derek Bergen, I will drop you a name plug. We know you like having Jim on. So there you go. All right, Derek. See? There you go. Yes. So I'll have Jim on, and that will be out on the 18th of January. We'll finish the show with, for anybody who wants to know how to get in touch with us, all the ways you can get in touch with us. At the end of the show, we'll have our usual contact details. But until then, we shall start you off with our interview with Chris Wakefield. So take it away, Chris.
Now let's go to an interview I did with Lee and Tracey Malaby from the 100% Unofficial Universal Podcast. A really great story these two have, and really they kind of stood in the face of podcasting and saw all of these Disney podcasts, and I have to give them credit because they decided to do something different. They decided to do something new and something else, and they created their own Universal Orlando podcast, and it's stuck. Fans really like it. People who work at Universal that I've talked to really like the show. So let's drop in on the interview and see what Lee and Tracey have to say about their podcast. Talk to me a little bit about you two personally and how'd you guys meet, and of course everyone knows now you're married. Talk to me about your relationship.
Ooh, do we want to delve that deep?
Do we tell the truth?
Say whatever you want to say.
It's not that juicy, is it? We used to work next door to each other.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I was a dental nurse for quite a long time, and Lee was a dental technician.
I still am.
Yes, you
For
still
my
are.
sins.
Yeah.
What's it
and
been? Like 97, wasn't it, when we first...
How many years have we
97? 15.
Yeah, 15 years we've been together. Married for 12. Yes, we've been married for 12. It's 2012. We got married in 2000.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You had to work
Lee
it out
will not
there.
make our 13th anniversary, obviously.
Nothing really too juicy. An interesting story of our first date, but I don't think that's...
Well, our first and only date.
Yes. There was a knife threatening someone on drugs, and Pizza Hut was...
And police.
Just make the rest of it up, and then you get somewhere near where it went.
And we never dared have another date.
No.
Or separate, because we never ever wanted to go on a first date with anybody ever again. So that was it. We just decided to get married there and then, that was it. No.
It was quite a while after that, wasn't it? What, 3 years?
Yeah, you were in no hurry.
I wasn't. But there you go.
Yeah, so...
I knew where I knew where I had to be, so I made an honest woman of you in the end, didn't I?
Well, ish.
This is weird. I'm not used to talking like about this sort of stuff.
What else? Kids. We have two. Yes, kids. We have 2 kids. 13-year-old, and how old's the beast?
8.
She's 8. Yes.
Chris knows the beast. He met her this afternoon. When
She's the one who thought that my face was a dog's butt, right?
Yes.
That would be shit.
That was funny.
She's a character. They're both great kids, aren't they?
Yep, and share our passion for our podcast as well. Well, just the content of our podcast, but we won't get there just yet.
I think on one show, instead of you two hosting, you should have them host the show.
I'll be honest. There was a day the other week when, why couldn't Darren come on? There was a reason Darren couldn't join us, and I couldn't get hold of anyone else, and I actually asked our oldest if he wanted to join us on the show. He's like, no, I can't do that.
No. I've got an idea for a segment involving not just our kids, but friends' kids who they're into podcasts as well, and I can't get our 2 to actually sit down and let me interview them. So.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Bless them.
Turtle Talk with Tracey.
Wrong park.
So that's a good segue. Let's talk about how this fascination with theme parks started and developed.
We've been going to theme parks in the UK. I mean, I can't speak for Tracy, but it's funny actually. We were talking about we have annual passes for a theme park just up the road from us called Flamingo Land. Google it. It's very small. It's very quaint. It's
lovely. Leave it alone.
It's I would class it as a mini version of Busch Gardens. It's sort of half zoo, half theme park. I mean, up until 6 months ago, it had the Guinness World Record breaking coaster, the steepest drop coaster in the world. And it seems, talking back over the last 10 years, that it seems there was a day when we both visited Flamingo Land on the same day about 30 years ago.
Yeah. We were very, very, very young.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we sort of, when we got together, I think we went to Flamingo Land a few times, didn't we, with my parents, and then ventured a bit further and went down to Alton Towers and a few times, and then certain things sort of happened, didn't we, and we ended up looking into Orlando.
Yeah, which we'd always thought was beyond our financial reach.
Obviously, coming from the UK, it's a rather expensive trip.
Well, we budgeted well, and we found a way to do it a bit cheaper, didn't we?
Yeah, you stayed.
Well, it's still expensive, but we stayed in a roach motel, basically.
Hotels that don't exist 6 months after you've stayed in them. But there you go.
I wouldn't call Pop Century a roach motel. It's not that bad.
I haven't stayed there. That would have been nice compared to where the first place we stayed. That doesn't exist anymore. It's not there.
No, there's a second place
no,
we
it
stayed.
is still there.
It's not the same guys.
So talk to me about that first trip to Orlando. What did you do?
First of all, we ran from Hurricane Jean.
Yes.
After that, the airport closed behind us. We literally got our baggage and car keys thrust at us. Get out, we're going home. All the toll roads were just deserted. It was
interesting. I got off the aeroplane with extreme dehydration. I was rather ill as well and pretty much passed out in the car.
Yeah. So this holiday started really well because I was not psychologically geared up for driving in America. I was supposed to be easing myself in. No, I ended up with a virtually unconscious Lee on one side of the car, a hurricane supposedly heading our way, and having to drive on the wrong side of the road.
Right, I suppose it was like
with Lee every time he did open his eyes going, "No, you're on the wrong side of the road." I just drifted a little bit, but
then we got stuck in the hotel all day Sunday, didn't we?
What was it? Not 7-Eleven. Where was it? We went.
Oh, that little
convenience store.
Opposite.
Of course. What do you buy when you're going to be holed up in a hotel room and you need food for a couple of days?
Condoms.
No, we were married by then.
We were jet lagged, so I'll use
that's true. You buy?
I know, a big bag of there were mixed Cheetos
and Bugles and things.
Pepsi Edge, which at the time we didn't even know what it was. And some almond Snickers.
And almond Snickers.
And that was it.
Yeah. Good wholesome food.
So headaches ensued from sugar overdose the next day.
But, to be honest, in hindsight, first trip out there, not knowing how to deal with jet lag or anything, it probably worked in our favour. It's an experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then,
the first day we didn't dare do any of the parks. We had to rejig our itinerary completely because we didn't know how much effect it would have had on the parks, and we didn't want to risk going to any of the parks and anything being closed because of sort of having to tidy the place up. So we had a day off, and then the first park we actually went to was SeaWorld.
Wow.
It was good.
I love SeaWorld.
Yeah,
a lot of people really rag on it, but we really like it.
I would pay the entrance fee just to go and keep my hands in the ray pool alone. I love it over there.
We have lots of those down here.
Fabulous creatures.
But then, obviously, we did all the Disney parks, we did Universal, we actually did our first and only Halloween Horror Nights to date.
We did.
And that was when Halloween Horror Nights was also in Islands of Adventure, right?
Yeah.
So privileged that we managed to choose. Well, it was, we didn't choose, it just happened.
Yeah, that was amazing.
The 1 year we have done it was that year, because it was spectacular.
But it was just something you found by chance as well, wasn't it, when we were planning?
Yeah.
And,
went down to Busch Gardens as well, didn't we?
Did.
And did all the touristy stuff that you expect to do when you're in Orlando.
Fed the gators.
Yeah.
After you play mini golf, as you do.
Oh yeah, we did.
Fed the hot dogs.
We don't get our mini golf courses over here are rubbish. So one of the things that we have to do every time we come to Orlando is play mini golf. Going off on a segue, which is why I'm very excited about doing Universal's new one next year.
Yeah. I think so. It was a long time ago.
It was weird. To be honest, from my personal opinion, it didn't quite live up to my expectations. But I still fell in love with the place.
You just completely bamboozled me there. Because what did we do? We came home.
And you planted the seed of going for a fortnight.
Me?
2 weeks. 2 weeks for for Chris's American.
I said I would just go for a week. If that's all we could get, knowing that Lee wouldn't go anywhere for a week.
On, didn't we, that would have going to really sort of hamper things for the next few years.
Yeah, well, you can say.
Yeah, well, at the time, we were going through the adoption process for our kids. So basically Orlando was, we found out we couldn't have our own, and it's like, right,
that was our consolation prize, wasn't it?
Bugger it, I'm going to Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't have our own kids. Let's go to the land where children are all happy and
And then we knew that within sort of 9 months or so of that, probably going to be deep into adoption territory at that time. Yeah. So Tracy was like, I was like, look, I haven't got any holidays left. Probably not going to be able to do it. But
knowing when your holidays next turned around.
Well, you did say if we could go, it was a week or nothing, you'd do a week. So I went to work and sat there going, right.
You make me sound so manipulative.
I wonder if my boss would let me take 3 days off unpaid. So I went home, got the computer on, because I'm just going upstairs, I'm just going to have a look, like pricing it up, sort of thinking, right, it's going to be out of our reach. I don't think we can afford, not 6 months after we've just come back, to afford to go for another 2 weeks. So I priced it all up and went, oh, it's well within our reach. So I had to come downstairs and say, look, I need to talk. I think we can afford to go for 2 weeks if my boss will let us have 3 days off unpaid. So I rang him. Oh yeah, no problem. So within a month of coming back from our first one, we were booked up to go back for our second one.
7 months later.
Yeah. And that was when, I think the first time I think a lot of the rides and stuff didn't live up to my expectations, but the magic was what got me. It was everything else, whereas the second time, all that was, we'd done it all before, and it was more about the rides and stuff that time.
Yeah, and taking in smaller details.
Yeah, that's when I fell in love with the parks.
So talk to me about how you go from that to starting your own podcast. Not only just your own podcast, you decided to start a Universal podcast. Share that thought process with.
Well,
that's all you.
That was completely down to me.
Completely.
Since about 2006 or 7, I suddenly found podcasts and started listening to a few that probably most people, that is Unplugged, Inside the Magic, and then a few others, a couple of British ones came on, Disney Brit. Mm-hmm. I mean, now I spend my working days, literally sat at my bench working, listening to podcasts. It's all I do. And I actually did a trip report for Your Mousecast, which is another British Disney podcast that sadly I know more.
No.
And it kind of went, do you know what? I enjoyed that. I fancy getting into this. So I sort of messaged back and forth with Alan, who's on Your Mousecast, like pushing, saying, no, you don't need anybody else, do you? Don't want a fourth. And he was like, oh, well, I know, if the guys ever need you, let me know. And I just sort of sat at work and I want to get into it, and my thirst for going and doing that just grew, and I thought, right, what can I do? I know plenty about Disney because of the podcasts I listen to and the stuff that I've read, but there's thousands of Disney podcasts out there.
You'd be a drop in a very big ocean.
Well, it's how do you make yourself different than everything else is out there? Really, everything else has been done. Now, I've always said that Islands of Adventure was my favourite Orlando theme park, and there's been a very, very few Universal. I think there was Iowa Central Radio a few years back, only did about 12 episodes, and then the Dis Unplugged tried to do once a month, and there was another one, and none of them really sort of managed to stay the distance, and I thought, well, that's different. I have a passion for it, let's try that. And I'll be honest, when I started, I had no idea where we would go, how long it was going to be. I mean, if you go back and listen to our first episode now, it was, I think we set out our targets, well, once a month for half an hour. We're now 18 months down the line, and we're putting out an hour and a half to 2 hour shows every 2 weeks. And the stuff that I have that I want to include, we've got shows and shows and shows worth of content out there. So
how did you get? Oh, sorry.
I actually approached someone who I knew had tried to start to begin his own, and with no disrespect to him, there was no chemistry there between us. And I kind of had a lot of things in place at that point to start it. So I thought, right, I need somebody who I have chemistry with, who knows the same amount or something similar to the same amount of same amount of stuff as Universal as I do, and someone I have chemistry with. Now, who can I think I have? I know, who else do I have better chemistry than my wife? So, Tracey.
Aww.
Do you fancy doing a podcast with me?
And I went, oh, no. Don't be stupid.
Come on, it'll be a laugh. Just leave me alone, let me digest it, and we'll see where we go. And as I say, I suppose the rest is history.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, our first one came out on April the 7th, 2011, and it has just grown and grown and grown.
Really,
and
really
hopefully
has.
we are on the stepping stones to getting even bigger at the moment. The problem is, it's pretty much consumed my life.
Yeah.
Even when I'll have Facebook Messenger on, I'll be talking to people looking for interviews. If I'll be working Twitter on a lunchtime, I'm sending emails out, just constantly, it's in my head all the time.
It is.
So, Tracey, you were all on board for the show, or did you think Lee was crazy about making this podcast thing? Were you on board with it, or what?
No, I was on board with it, because for a while I thought that Lee needs a hobby. Had I realised, as you just said, how much time it would take this, it would have been painting model aircraft. But no, I was completely behind him. Yeah.
So then, shortly, I think it's 3 episodes into the show, you guys add a co-host, right?
7.
7, okay.
That's how geeky I am on my podcast. Yes, Hunter joined us.
He did. It was...
Yes, he actually, I posted on the Disboards wanting, I can't remember what it was, I think it was just whether I was either promoting it or something like that, and we got an email off him saying he'd be interested in...
Oh, it was crossed wires, wasn't it, initially?
I can't remember now.
Actually, backing up a little bit, Lee, didn't you have a trip report that was aired on the Dis Unplugged?
I had
a letter or something?
Quite a few letters, and I think I did... I asked a question that was a voice question as well, because I have my T-shirt and I have my mug and pin and lanyard.
Was it the Dis Unplugged that once thought you were a lady?
Yeah, the first question I ever asked was something to do with the big skycoaster thing down at Old Town, and for some reason they kept referring to me as she. So I went on the Discord and sort of went, is Lee a common girl's name in America? I'm like, no. Then why do they refer to me as a she?
Because you write like a girl.
Maybe. I type like a girl.
So, back to Hunter. Hunter responds to your call for a co-host?
Actually, it was something we looked at. Ideally, we looked, knowing that we were in the UK, we needed somebody with their feet on the ground, as it were.
Yeah, man on the ground.
But it wasn't something we'd actively looked for. We'd never put anything out at that point. It was literally just trying to look at avenues of promoting the show, and I'd put something on the our latest episodes out, blah, blah, blah. And Hunter had emailed us saying, he had and what piqued my interest in it was his interest in the behind-the-scenes things. Like, everybody knows the background to every Disney ride in every Disney park to death.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the background to Universal, and now we've dug into it a little bit, it has such a rich history. Maybe not as rich as Disney, but it does have a rich history and attention to detail that we're really enjoying bringing to people. But anyway, so Hunter joined us for episode 7 it was.
He did.
And he's been on and off and on and off and on and off for the last...
He has...
Don't say it. Defected. He's currently working in the Magic Kingdom.
He's doing the college programme. Bless him. So he's rather busy at the moment.
He is. He's doing his college work and stuff.
And work. So...
And then further on down the road, you are joined by Darren.
Now, Darren actually, go on, Tracey,
I'm just trying to think.
Because Darren was actually a byproduct of Hunter not being around.
Yeah. Because we'd had Darren on for a trip report.
He'd done a trip report.
And Spew.
Yes.
Which sounds lovely, doesn't it?
And he did the review of last year's Halloween Horror
Nights. I did, yeah. And, you know when you have a sort of rapport with somebody, immediately you can tell that you're genuinely getting on with somebody. And we were discussing it, weren't we, quite a bit?
It was when Hunter messaged me saying, look,
he had to step away,
I'm probably not going to be around because of
School games. Oh, yeah.
And things at home and stuff like that. He was having a bit of trouble
and
in general.
We're not too proud to admit that the show worked better with 3 people than it did with just the 2 of us. It was kind of like having a referee sometimes, wasn't it? And we just wanted somebody temporary initially. So it was just, we talked about it a bit, but Darren was the only
I came home
contender,
and said, look, I have someone in mind, and you went, Darren. I went, yeah.
So we approached Darren, and he was absolutely over the moon, wasn't he?
That was, I'm trying to think when Darren was first on, actually. I can't honestly remember. 20-something, 19, 18, something around that sort of area.
I know it was before Christmas, because I got him to sing.
Oh, God, what a, yeah. Wait, it must have been 17 or 18 or 19, somewhere around there, and Darren's been on ever since.
I was going to say, it was such a good fit that when Hunter was coming back, we're like, we're not letting Darren go, we're going to make this work as a foursome. And touch wood. It's been so far so good.
Oh, Darren's got a real thirst for it at the moment.
He really does.
He has.
Both good additions.
Yes, definitely.
So why do you think the show works? What is it about the show that clicks and has made it so successful?
Well, obviously it's me.
From feedback, we've had a lot of people like the banter between me and Tracey because we're husband and wife, and we do have that. We carry on our sort of
nitpicky side, just the banter, the bickering,
and having 2 other people on with us that really do have, for 2 people we've never met, we class them as genuine friends. It's weird.
I think for me, it's a combination of the fact that we're all genuinely friends, and we will all call each other out on stuff. We tell the truth. All these other podcasts that are like, oh, Disney or SeaWorld or whatever. Well, no, there's any SeaWorld ones yet, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so wonderful and, pixie dust and sparkles and everything. But the reality's not always like that. So we wanted to be not out and out picky, but if something wasn't quite right or up to par, we were always determined that we would be honest with people and say, well, this probably isn't going to be quite what you expect.
The thing is,
but we'd also, we'd give our experience and our opinions.
Of course it is.
And if we had alternatives that may be better for them, or, for us, what we're about is enhancing people's holidays and vacations. If we can make one person's vacation better, just by one smile, then that's our job done. That's how I see it.
Like a ride or a restaurant or something like that, we would never say, don't do it.
No, never.
We'd say, look.
Unless it was Twister.
Everybody knows we ride on Twister. But, at the end of the day, say, go and do it, make your own mind up, but this is our opinion of it.
I would never be that arrogant that we would tell people.
And people seem to like it.
They do, they respond. They pull us up as well, which is...
Oh, yes. That you'll find out, Chris, I'm sure.
But that's what being part of a community is about.
Yeah.
So when you're not working on the podcast or being dental hygienists, what do you guys do outside of those 2 things? If there is time.
I don't work anymore, so I just sit in my backside and watch TV.
All right, awesome.
Now, on Chris's podcast, so when I get told off for saying that is now in...
That's why I said, apparently.
Tracey reads a lot.
Yeah? What's wrong with reading 3 or 4 books a week? Hunger Games in 3 days, not a problem. I mean, all 3, not just 1.
We don't.
Do you have any hobbies?
Podcasting, that's pretty much it. We like to watch movies.
Yeah, we like to watch movies. And go to Flamingo Land.
Yes.
And plan our next holiday, as I'm looking at the post-it wall.
Yes. Our current itinerary for next year is on post-it notes on our
Disney
living room.
post-it notes, I must admit.
On our living room wall, and it's been there for about 2 weeks.
What else do we do? I write.
I make jewellery.
And glass beads. And I knit. I don't crochet. I can't crochet.
Whatever.
And I have an allotment, so I grow fruit and veg. Well, I try to.
Go on, you've got to go quickly.
Oh, my babies. Well, first of all, we do have a dog, so just in case she can hear.
No, she's upstairs.
Right. Yeah. We have rats. On purpose, pet rats.
Pets on purpose.
Pet rats. Fabulous animals. I recommend them above all animals.
Much better than mice.
What? Mice?
Does that reference go over your head?
Oh, mice. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not even on my radar, Disney.
And yes, we have a dog as well.
We do. We have a very strange dog.
Kind of falls in with our love of universe a little bit. She was named Ruby after Rubius Hagrid, and obviously the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Because she's mad, black and hairy.
Yes.
So she's Ruby. And, yeah, it's rather crazy.
That's it. We don't exactly lead exciting lifestyles.
None of us do.
No. To go to Florida a lot more than we do, but there you go.
It's pretty easy when you're 90 minutes away from all the parks.
Yeah, we're about 9.5 hours away, and it's very expensive currently.
Well, with the way gas is going here, that 90-minute drive can cost me a lot too.
I tell you what, just come over here and fill up over here. You will never complain about the cost of your gas again.
Oh man, I know, it's got to be terrible.
What you pay a litre, we pay a gallon.
If I knew what that meant, I would be astonished and shocked.
If I knew what that meant, I'd be amazed at myself. What's a gallon?
The moment,
a gallon.
No, how much is it?
I don't know. I'm trying to work out what a gallon is.
136 or 163.
I don't know. I don't fill the car up. I'm a girl.
A gallon is about 8 bowls of cereal for me.
And now is that a big bowl or a little bowl?
It's a medium-sized bowl, so that's a gallon of milk. That's how I can gauge it.
It means nothing to me.
It's about 4 litres.
About 4 litres.
Has he got? What? 60 or 130?
Oh, he's got the calculator out now. This is what Lee's hobby is. Only crunching numbers.
Times 4 divided by 155. We pay about $3.50 a gallon.
Oh, we pay $3.80. I paid $3.80 yesterday.
Right.
I was going to say that can't be right.
No,
don't bother.
Whatever, that can't be right.
Anyway, wherever you are, the price of gas is too high.
So, what's the first thing you guys are going to do when you step into Universal? Are you going to run for Harry Potter or stop at Seussland or what?
Oh, it's such a difficult... I've been told by Hunter that I am not allowed to enter Islands of Adventure, the Wizarding World, until he is there, when we don't know when he's going to be joining us yet.
Well, you know I'll be there.
I'm going to say... I'll throw the cat among the pigeons and say, Transformers. What? If it's open. No. I don't know, it's weird. The draw of the Wizarding World will be...
I just want to go and show the Grinch my tattoo of him. If you go to Zeus Landing with a tattoo on show.
The thing is, if we go into Islands of Adventure, to the Wizarding World, you'd have to go through Zeus Landing anyway to
get there. You think I'm going to go there and not go to Zeus Landing? What was the first thing?
It's a difficult one. It depends which park we decide to go in first. We never planned this far ahead, is it? It's got to... See, the thing...
We always start with Islands of Adventure.
Right, I'm going to be honest. I know damn well that we will go straight through Zeus Landing, stop a few bits in there, and go straight to Harry Potter. I can't not go in there first. Yeah. I have read those books at least each one at least 3 times. I cannot.
Don't open the butterbeer.
Go into that. Yes, I want to see Darren outdo his 8 butterbeers in a day.
Oh my goodness.
I don't expect to be able to finish 1.
I'm interested. When's Ryan doing his Beverly Challenge?
That's going to go on October 1st. I think the time was 4 p.m. or something like that.
Kid's going to be dead.
Probably, yes. I know we're doing a meet and greet in front of Norway, where apparently we're charging $5 for a picture of Brandon.
I heard that. But yeah, I mean, we will spend a lot of time. I mean, we're planning on staying in the Royal Pacific when we're there as well to get the express.
Just for
even though it's probably not going to be that busy. But
it's a good excuse to stay in a nice hotel.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing Spider-Man with the new 4K HD.
Yeah.
That is, obviously not having ridden the Forbidden Journey, that is without doubt my favourite ride anywhere, and in desperate need of
cleaning up.
Yes.
The
actual
images.
Video, I was quite disappointed last time, so having watched Dread 3D on Friday, seeing what 4K HD 3D is like, I am very excited.
I'm looking forward to finally going into Barney's Echo Tunnel. After this episode, I think we owe it to our listeners.
Well, I know if you asked Jade if she was here, she'd say she's looking forward to riding the Mummy. Because she couldn't do it last time, she was too small.
Just everybody send your tall thoughts to Jade, because she's not tall enough to ride that when we
she's
go.
actually tall enough now. I think it's only a 4-foot limit.
Do you? Oh, okay, that's okay. Whew. I can't be dealing with a crying child in that heat.
Now, I'm going to go back over a little bit, Chris, because we've actually added someone else to the show recently as well.
Yes, you have. Talk to me about Eric.
It's a strange one, because he's not...
Eric's lovely.
Officially. It's a weird one.
Yeah, he's not an official podcast member, but he's an integral part.
He is a member of the team, but not a host as such. I realised about a month to 6 weeks ago, looking on Facebook, that Behind the Thrills and a couple of other were posting photo updates for the park. This is the construction that's going on here. This is what's going on there. Oh, this is new. That's new. And I thought, right, that's something we're missing out on.
Yeah.
So I put a call out at the time to see if anybody who went regularly would fancy becoming our official photographer.
Sounds very posh.
And never really got any interest back, and then suddenly thought about Eric. Now, Eric had tweeted us before saying that he'd been to the parks when the mini golf opened, and we were free to use any of his photos at that point.
Was Eric?
Quite a few, yeah.
Yes.
That's why I approached him, and I thought, well, I wonder if he's still interested in doing it a bit more.
He does have a natural eye for photography as well. He can always find that different angle.
Well, it turns out that he also does photos at Universal and SeaWorld, and I think that's it. I'm not sure whether he does Disney stuff for them, but for MiceChat.com. Nothing official. It's not like a paid thing or anything, so we've worked out a thing between us that we're not getting the same pictures as them, and they're not getting the same pictures, so we're both getting different pictures.
So we worked out a deal where he'll give us pictures, we'll give him nothing.
Yeah.
It's great!
I was also looking for somebody to potentially attend media events on our behalf. Not that we get any invites, but...
Not that we get any acknowledgement.
I'm not going down that route because I will get
on very, very high soapbox.
And I don't want to offend anyone that may potentially listen to this at some point. Anyway, but we also thought it would be cool to have a segment about what's new, but recorded by someone who's seeing it firsthand regularly. Now, Eric goes to the parks every weekend. And Tracey came up with the title of his segment, which is, dear?
Well, it depends on which way the wind blows, Derek. Sometimes it has what's in front of it, but Universal. What's Universal?
He's just done his latest one, and it's just What's Universal. And
I am the queen of cheesy titles.
And he actually records that segment live from somewhere in the parks. And I know a lot of people I do myself, people like to hear that ambient noise in the...
You do it adds to the excitement.
It takes you to the parks. Now, if you listen to a few of our Walk the Walks recently, Eric's recorded walkthroughs of each area as well, and his people love that, just to sort of close your eyes and sit and listen. So we've got that element, and
especially if you're in Barney's Echo Tunnel.
Yeah, actually, I wish I'd realised I haven't got him to get that audio yet.
Next weekend.
But I mean, it's worked out better than I could imagine.
It really has.
Because of Eric working for Mice Chat, he actually got an invite to the Halloween Horror Nights media preview recently. I'll say recently because I don't know when this is coming out. Edit out as you wish.
Or not.
And invited Darren because Eric's sort of part of the team, he's a part of the team. Oh, no, I'm going to say that. Eric is part of the team.
Yes.
He invited Darren as his +1 because Eric was reporting for Mice Chat, so for Darren to go and report for us, and it just worked out superbly. It was surprising that how many people there knew who we were, like Mike Aiello, and a few of the other people there. I mean, Darren Facebooked me at one point saying, "Oh, I'm just sat here having a chat with Jim Hill and behind the thrills," and it was like, what? I was jealous because I want to be there, but it's just...
I was so pleased for Darren that we've been such a big Halloween fan. Oh, it's wonderful.
But adding Eric in's been brilliant.
Oh, it really has.
It's brought us a bit of the market we were missing out on a little bit.
I think it's that has propelled. That's been the start of this new propulsion forward.
Definitely.
Right, well, there's so much more we could talk about between the Jim Hill episodes and the Jaws episode. There's so much more we can talk about, and we will, coming up on a future date. So for now, right, Lee and Tracey, thank you guys very much.
Welcome, Chris. Thanks for having us up.
Hey listeners, have you ever had something happen in the park that made you laugh so hard that maybe you peed a little? Well, then we want to hear about it. Send it to us for Darren's segment, Funny Schmidt. Shoot that story over to podcast@uuopodcast.com and make sure you mark that subject as Funny Schmidt.
Yep, and Mac is going to be our guinea pig for a new way of doing chirp reports. We're going to start with a few of our standard questions, and then Mac will then pick 9 additional questions out of a bank of questions that we have by number at random. He won't know what they are. He'll be going completely on the fly with it. So
yes, one at a time, please, Mac. We've got like a few. Darren's just said that. I'll shut up. I'm talking. Is it me? I'm doing the first one, aren't I? Mac, when did you last go and who did you go with?
Last time I went, it was June 18th to the 22nd. It was of this year. It was right after school, after I got done with school a week before. I went with my mom and my dad and my twin brother.
Very cool.
Cool. And did you express a purchase ticket?
Pardon? You're not pregnant, are you, Mac?
Did you purchase the express ticket at all?
We didn't, but we did stay at the Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel, and it came with it, so technically I did.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Room key's always good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And how many days did you spend in the parks?
Well, we were there for 5 days, but we spent 3 days at the parks. We spent all 5 days on site because we were at the hotel. The first day, we spent most of the day at Islands of Adventure. The second day was mostly the studios, and then the third day was just back and forth, just to catch all the rides before we left.
Oh, that's the way to do it, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Right, my question's been answered because you stayed at one of the hotels. Did you say you stayed at the Portofino, was it, Mac?
Yes, it was.
How did you find that?
I tell you what, I think it's just as good as the other hotels. I mean, I mean, it's very romantic. I know it was something that my mom and dad really wanted to try if we ever stayed on site. And it was just perfect. I mean, the service was great. The walkway in between the hotel and City Walk is just breathtaking, and I just liked everything about it. It was just a great experience.
Cool.
Excellent.
Right, are you ready to get into the randoms now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right, we have numbers 1 to 26.
Pick a number and number.
Let's start with 2.
Two.
Number 2.
I like 2.
Did you meet any characters while you were roaming around Islands of Adventure? And did you have a good experience?
Islands of Adventure. I did see the. I did get a photo op with the conductor at the Harry Potter in the front with the Hogwarts Express.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I mean, I saw the Marvel guys on the motorbikes getting ready for autographs, and I thought those vehicles were amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Can-Am Spiders, awesome.
Yeah, they look awesome.
I need to ask you a quick question then, Mike. The conductor at the Hogwarts Express, was he actually English?
Yeah, he had an accent, an English accent, very thick.
So I know we've got quite a few listeners who are team members who are working over there on the international program at the moment. I know because they try to keep it as authentic as possible. But as a Brit, I always want to think it's not an American doing a British accent. Not that there aren't Americans out there who can do pretty good British accents. Sorry, if I'm not offending anybody.
More easy to fool too in that respect.
But cool.
Yeah. Next number.
5.
5. What is your favourite ride in Islands of Adventure?
Favorite ride? It's a tough one because there's so many good rides with a Forbidden Journey and Spider-Man. But I gotta admit, I thought the Hulk was the best ride, simply because I'm just a huge roller coaster fan, and there's always that adrenaline rush every time I get on the ride, and I think what did it was one of the days I went for early admission after Harry Potter. I was able to go on the Hulk early instead of Spider-Man, which I found it weird. Usually Spider-Man was supposed to be open during early admission, instead it was a Hulk, and I got on the ride and they didn't let anyone else on. They just kept shooting out coasters. So I had my own train to myself, and so it was that's right there the greatest roller coaster experience I've ever had.
I must admit the Hulk is amazing. It's I think it's possibly my fafavourite coaster anyway. I love it.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been to a bunch of theme parks, I'm near a local Six Flags park with big giant roller coasters, some of the best ever. And but I think the Hulk is my favorite roller coaster anywhere.
Actually, I'm going to put. Where are you from, Mac? By the way,
I am from New Jersey. I'm actually 45 minutes away from that Six Flags theme park. It's called Great Adventure.
Oh yes, yeah, I'm well aware of it. Brilliant. Yes, I like the Hulk, and that's a different answer. Normally, everyone it's either the Forbidden Journey or Spider-Man. So it's good to get a different answer for a change. Cool.
Yeah, definitely. All right, next number.
12.
All right, number 12. What is your favorite place to eat at Universal Studios?
At the
studio side.
At the studios. I only ate one place at the studios my whole time, and that was Finnegan's in New York, and that was it was a very good restaurant. The bread, I thought the best part of the restaurant was the bread. I forget what kind of bread it was, but it was just really
bread, isn't it?
Irish, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the soda bread. Yeah, it was just so good. It just made the whole experience. It was great. Yeah. And then also it's very authentic. Like one of those bars inside, like a classic New York. So I enjoyed it.
I hear good things about Finnegan's.
You want to go there, don't you?
Yeah, I always make a point to stop in there because it feels like you left the theme park when you step in there for sure.
Well, that's good to know.
It's really neat, especially at Halloween Horror Nights because you got everything going on outside and you step in there and you're in the old New York bar.
Bit more normal.
So would you recommend that? Would you, Mac? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's like walking down New York and finding finding this Irish bar. I mean, it's a great place to eat, and especially when the Blues Brothers are on, it's like a good 1-2 combo right there.
Cool.
Yeah, good tip.
Definitely.
Yes, it is. I like that. Always up for good tips. Brilliant. Is it me next?
It is you.
Next question, Mac.
14.
14. What is your favourite snack in the parks?
Snack. Didn't really have a lot of those. I'm gonna say probably just popcorn. I mean, I usually just have dinner or lunch, and then the rest of the day I'm at the parks. So I mean, if anything, if I had to guess, snack, it'd probably be popcorn. It's just probably that.
Excellent. Well then, give me another one.
How many have we had so far?
That was 4.
Yeah, that was 4. 20.
20. Let's have a look.
Ooh.
Did you see the new nighttime lagoon show on the parade?
I didn't see the parade, but I did see the nighttime show, and I think it's my second favorite attraction at the studios. I mean, they did an incredible job with the just the fountains and the use of the just everything, the pyrotechnics, the choreography of the scene in between scenes, and it was just one of the best shows I've seen. You know,
Brilliant.
it's no Disney show, but I understand that, but it's pretty darn good.
Good.
Cool. I mean, we've spoke to Seth Kabursky about it and Jim Hill a couple of shows back, and they had a lot of good things to say about it.
Yeah, that was a great interview.
Yeah, Universal haven't got the same. They've got to be very careful with how they. That's why they like with the fireworks and stuff. I know we had someone messages before, didn't it, say that, like, I know from a lot of the concerts at the Hollywood Bowl as part of Production Central, where Rip Ride Rocket is, they actually had to send a team member out to a certain boundary with a noise meter to make sure that they stay within the legal boundaries of what they have to, and so they do a good job, I think, with what they've got to work with.
Oh yeah. I always find it a challenge to have like a big major theme park right next to a neighborhood. I mean, I mean, how they handle that is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Okay, next one?
22.
22. Okay, how would you rank this trip to Universal compared to any of your previous Universal trips? So I guess we didn't even ask if you had previously gone yet.
Yep, I remember the first time I went was like back in 2001. I was a little kid at the time, and then before this trip was 2008. I think it was definitely amazing to see Harry Potter, and it's also definitely amazing to see the construction of the so-called Harry Potter 2.0. So so my last 2 trips, I was able to see Harry Potter look as dirt, you know, compared to what it is now. So, but I think it's better because I was hoping for Potter, and I've been waiting for Rocket for like 3 years to go on it. So I was very so this was like the trip I had to do, you know, because I don't know when I'm gonna go back after this. So it was definitely worth it.
Good.
So you got on Rip Ride Rocket then, yeah?
Yep.
What did you think of that?
Well, I tell you what, people criticize it day and night about this ride for 3 years, but I think it's definitely my favorite ride in that park. I mean, the only problem I had with it was just a single rider's line, because I did it twice in the morning. I did it because after my first time, which went really well, the line and the ride went really well, I did it again. And I used a single rider's line again. But the problem with that was the line started getting packed, and it took maybe like 20 minutes just to get on the ride again instead of like 5 minutes the first time around. It felt, and because it was so short, it felt so painful. So I mean, that's the one thing I have to suggest. It's just don't use that single rider's line. I used the regular line my third time around. It said 45 minutes, but I got on in 20, and it's just an incredible ride. Absolutely.
Right.
Me and Raymond used the single rider line the one and only time we've ever ridden it, and it was at the beginning of November, and it took us an hour and a half to get on.
Yeah, that's the problem with new rides, I guess. I mean, they gotta work out the kinks. So I think 3 years now they probably learned how to fix this ride, and I mean, it is a great ride.
It still breaks down a lot, I know that much.
Yeah, it does. It broke down like it had maybe 5 times while I was there. Interestingly enough, someone said that it usually breaks down like when it rains or something, when there's weather involved. But like, I remember the second day there, I was at the studios most of the day, and it was raining on and off. Yet the ride was on the whole day, seamlessly. And my brother actually got on the ride when it was pouring. As he was going up the lift, it felt like needles coming down on his skin. So,
I can well imagine.
yeah, it's crazy.
Who is it next? Who asked that one? I can't even remember.
It's you.
Is it me, is it?
Yep.
Yep, last round.
What number are we on?
I don't know. You've got to ask Mac that.
Oh.
What number is it?
Mac, you don't have to go like onwards. You can go back and double over if you want.
3.
3. Is there a photograph that you like to have taken in Islands of Adventure?
I'll tell you what. The second day after I had dinner, after Universal Studios, and I had dinner, I actually spent like the last hour and a half at Islands of Adventure, and what I wanted to do was to go to every corner of each island and to see the view of the whole lagoon and all the islands, and like if I could get a picture from the corner of the port of entry around the whole theme park, man, that would have been a great picture. But I didn't have I didn't really think about that when I went around. So if I could go back again, I'd definitely get a picture.
That's cool.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
really
I like
cool
that
idea.
actually.
Yeah.
See, I've always wanted to get like to go around the park and get like a straight up picture, like say of port of entry, and then get and turn and take there, and then get to the point where you can't see round the corner
Yeah.
and take one from there up there.
So you got
That's what I've always wanted to do. I might have to send Eric out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good wallpaper for your desktop, you know.
Definitely.
Laptop.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So do you want to pick your last number for me then, Mac, please?
Yeah, I try 17.
17. Where's your favourite place to chill out in Islands of Adventure?
Definitely Two Lagoon, which I kind of thought is my favorite.
Yeah.
That's actually my favorite area in the park. And one of the things you mentioned on your walk the walk with Toon Lagoon, which I happily enjoyed. You mentioned that Jim Hill got lost at one point, and that was actually there's a secret trail that you could get a good view of the rest of the islands through. You go down to where the ship is, the olive ship.
Yeah.
And right next to it on the right, there's a path that takes you on this mysterious path and gives you the really close view of the Hulk and just all the great views. That's kind of like a cool place I can hang out and just watch everything go on. It's just so cool.
It
Cool.
sounds it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I may have to send Eric down there
I
as
knew about
well.
the trail, but I didn't realise
Yeah.
the rest of it. Cool.
Thing is, we shouldn't talk about these things because then there won't be nice, quiet areas anymore, will there? Because everyone will be going there.
No one can really find it, and obviously with all the Potter hype, no one's probably gonna bother anyway. So
Yeah.
it sounds good for me.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, Andy, go ahead and pick your last question here.
Last question. 15.
15. Okay, what was your favorite shop in Islands of Adventure? This was kind of Islands of Adventure heavy.
Oh boy, my favorite park. That's a tough one. I didn't go in any. I went in maybe like 2 Harry Potter shops. I mean, they were very nice.
Are they as cramped as
I didn't spend a lot of time at the shops. I can't really say, but I mean, I enjoyed the Zonkos, I think it is, the candy shop. That was pretty cool, and all the figures they have in there. I mean, through the windows, it's just really cool to see.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Are they as cramped as people say they are?
At times. I mean, if it's really crowded, then definitely. I mean, even if it's like 20 people, it could be a little crowded. So they're small.
I know that was J.K. Rowling, wasn't it? She wanted them to be as authentic as possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, with it's like Seuss Landing is like it comes right out of the book or the movies. That's how it has to be.
Yep.
I'd rather it be authentic than theme
That's
parky.
alright.
Yeah, they got to do something about those doors, though. They got doors that close by themselves would be nice.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, you're on vacation. I mean, you should be relaxing, you know?
Yeah, right?
Tracey, you're saying this is true. We don't relax when we go to Florida.
True.
We've got
to work.
Sorry, what, Darren?
You're going to have to work on that next time. I'll help.
You'll have to keep up with our pace, sunshine. The kids know where they stand. You'll just have to fall into line.
No.
Oh, you've been told.
Busch Gardens will be a different matter, because that will
that's
be
your
all
domain.
in your... Anyway, we can't talk about that. So we've got a few to finish up with, Mac, but if there's anything else you want to tell us about your trip, feel free. Now's the time to ramble.
Well, I have to first off mention that I did the driving golf course at City Walk my first night there, and I feel like you have to do it at night because some of these LED lights and all the effects, you know, they work perfectly at night. That is something you can't really experience during the day. So it's worth the price at night. Probably not in the daytime, but I thought it was a very, very well thought out course. You know, a lot of gags and a lot of cool things to do.
Did you do both courses, Mark?
Yep, I sure did.
Which was your... Go on, we'll get another one. Which was your favourite?
Yeah, this was tricky. I was actually thinking about this before I came on. I think the haunted house, the Ghostly Greens one, is my favorite. Maybe because it's more challenging. I did better on the sci-fi version, but I just like the part how you go into the house and just all the nice gags they have, referencing Universal movies, you know, and something you don't really see a lot in the sci-fi.
Darren, which one was it you did?
Oh, the haunted house one as well.
You were a bit like, weren't you?
Well, yeah. I when I went, it was packed, and we were waiting about 20, 25 minutes for each hole.
Right.
So you can imagine how that would be.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you about that. Did they do anything about the fence going out to the parking lot? Have they blocked that out any so your ball doesn't go out into the parking lot?
I mean, I would think they did something, but I will say the haunted house section, the Ghostly Greens one, has packed as a sci-fi course. So I mean, I play smoothly, but I mean, with the gates, I have no idea. I didn't really think about that.
Okay, yeah, you weren't playing as crazy as I was.
Darren was trying to play full golf.
Yeah, we had to ask twice to have people run out to the parking lot and grab the ball for us.
Oh god.
Yeah, but the 18th hole, I don't want to spoil anything about it, but the 18th hole alone on the haunted house side is enough to make it worth the money.
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they got something similar in the sci-fi, but there's nothing like it on that 18th hole. It's amazing.
Awesome.
We're definitely going to try it when we're over there next time.
Oh yeah.
Too right.
Cool. Anything else?
Let me think about this. I will say I did see the constructions at the time of the so-called Harry Potter section of Transformers. You know, not a lot has happened. I mean, compared to now, it's like nothing. But I just find it interesting how they're gonna help this park. You know, look kind of a little more like Islands of Adventure. And also, the one thing I noticed with this Transformers construction is that they're really making this a makeover with Production Central, because they have Rocket and the Hollywood Bowl, they have the Despicable Me, and now with Transformers, you're talking about something totally different compared to 1990. So I thought it was very interesting.
I think it seems to be becoming a more traditional theme park now than the whole studios thing. I'd be interested to see at some point if they actually drop the actual studio's name from it.
Oh, I don't think they're going to do that. I mean, they'll probably look into more, just theming more than, this movie production thing.
Yeah, because I suppose the rides are all still going to be based on movies, so it's
absolutely.
still studios.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else there?
Not too much after that. I mean, I've just want to say it was just a really good trip, and I do say the best tip is that if you are staying during the summer or like some other busy time during like maybe spring break or it's or Christmas, it's definitely good to stay on site to get that express pass, knowing that you don't have to wait like 60 minutes each ride just to get on. You know, it was just that express pass was like gold. It was so good, even though it felt so evil in a sense. It was just it just made the trip a whole lot better.
Everybody's staring daggers at you, going, "How are they getting special treats?" Yeah. How did you find the team members when you were there? Sorry, how did you find the team members when you were there, Mark?
I thought they were very good. At times, helpful. I didn't ask much about it, but I thought they were good. So I mean, I can't really say enough. I didn't really think about that, but
you didn't come across any rude ones.
Yeah.
I think you tend to find if they're rude, then they stick out, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were all good. It was just a great time. They and I think the best part was that like at the end of the day they all go next to the gate and actually say bye instead of just closing up and then going in the car and going home. Like they'll take that extra time to just thank you for coming. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, we've kind of rendered all our last questions.
Yeah, you've answered them all.
Ooh.
Yep.
Irrelevant, really. So, you said you've got no plans to go back anytime soon.
No, I think right now I gotta focus on my studies, and hopefully I get to go up soon. I mean, I would love to go every year, but I kind of can't at this moment. But
I think potentially, if you're not going to get back for a few years, then you could look at the Transformers ride might be open, and the Potter expansion, and
yeah, absolutely.
Plenty of things to look forward to.
It's good. Yeah. It's a good time to be a fan of the parks, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. And I'll tell you what, out of all these new updates, I was disappointed with one thing, and that was the Back to the Future cars and the train coming back, because that was the one thing I really wanted to get a picture of was that car. And the fact that I missed it by a week, it just killed everything. However, I did get a picture with Doc Brown. So half of it. So I was able to live some kind of a dream,
Cool.
Yeah.
It's funny to say.
Still the best character in the park, hands down.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. That guy plays it awesome.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Who was it?
I didn't do a lot of character meet and greets, but that was the one I had to do, and I enjoyed every moment.
Wasn't it, Darren? Wasn't it? I'm sure it was Thomas Wagner asked him where the DeLorean and the train was, and it's like, oh, they've got lost in the future or something like that.
Yeah. He always comes up with a story along with whatever you say. My last time we went, my sister yelled at him just like she saw him down the street, so she just yelled out 1.21 gigawatts, and he looked at her. He shocked and came sprinting down the road, all the way down the road. Came up to us and he's like, "How did you know that?" It's like, "You have to come with me, quick!"
Oh, that's brilliant.
We met him last time, and the kids didn't really know who he was, but we were proper geeking out.
Really were. It was brilliant.
It's good again that they keep those in the park, even though the ride's not there.
Well, it's keeping us oldies happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Everyone our age. All right, Darren, you're not our age, and Mac, I'm pretty sure you're not by the sounds of it either.
I'm only 21, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a little younger, but I definitely enjoyed those movies.
Yeah.
It's funny, I've had an urge to watch them recently for some reason. I might have to see if I can get the box set on Blu-ray.
Well, I have a plan, actually. I think that we need to go around the parks and watch every movie in order, walking around the parks. I think that'll be one heck of a movie week.
Oh, I feel it.
That'd be fun. Get a Netflix going.
How much popcorn would we need?
Probably gallons. I would say 5.
Per person.
I feel it.
I don't know about that, but let's go with that.
Yeah.
Cool. I feel a website post coming up. a list of all the rides to if you go
Links
for the
to the
first
movies.
time and watch
Yeah.
even all the old ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not like us to go off topic.
Off topic's always the best.
One time.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mac, for joining us for the trip report and being our guinea pig for that new experiment. I think it went pretty well. What do you guys think?
I mean, it just seemed to manage to pick every IOA question.
I know.
Mind.
It's
But
in
then
the park.
it did say it was
Good.
his favourite park, which is always cool.
Hey, yeah, and that'll happen. Next time we'll have a universal one, maybe.
Maybe.
It's all in the numbers.
It is.
Yeah, that's
All
great.
right.
You know.
All right. Well, yeah, I just want to thank Mac for joining us again and being our guinea pig for the new segment. And I think that went pretty well.
Definitely.
Yep.
All right, and let's go ahead and continue on with the show. Thanks again.
Hey,
Cheers,
you're
Mac.
welcome, guys. Anytime.
Hey there, has your day in the park gone from good to great thanks to the work of an excellent team member? Well, we want to hear about it. Let us know for our SPEW segments. That is SPEW, the Society for the Promotion of Employee Well-Dones. Or maybe you're a team member who's had a guest tell you what a great job you've done. We want to hear about that too. Jot those stories down and send them to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com and title those messages SPEW. That just about does it for the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Thanks for listening. Don't forget you can follow the entire crew on Twitter. You can follow Lee at UUO Podcast, Tracey at UUOP Tracey, that's TRACEY, and Darren at UUOP Darren. You can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/unofficial Universal Podcast. You can subscribe to our Mice Chat RSS feed at http://UUOpodcast.libsyn.com on your Android phone, tablet, Mac, or PC. Again, that's http://UUOpodcast.libsyn.com. And don't forget to find us on iTunes and leave us a review. You can also find us on Stitcher Radio. We are everywhere. Finally, don't forget to shoot us those spews, funny schmits, live reports, and any other emails to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. So thanks again for listening, and until next time, remember, live the adventure.